Do I say I'm sorry? Yes. I am a huge apologizer.
Of course we say I'm sorry. Who doesn't say I'm sorry?
I don't want to be a bragger or anything, but Joe and I are actually both pretty phenomenal at saying we're sorry.
It's very hard for me to say I'm sorry.
For me, just a plain I'm sorry doesn't really mean that much.
I'm totally undefensive. It's one of the great things about me, actually. I'm just totally, I have no problem just saying I'm sorry. I was really wrong. When you really feel sorry for something, it feels great to ask for forgiveness.
I think it's important because if you don't apologize and you got, that kind of puffed up attitude, it seems like you got some kind of dominating power over the other person.
He's like, why can't you just say you're sorry? And I thought about what is the deal? Why can't I say I'm sorry? It's like I couldn't back down. And so I actually thought about it for a long time, what is the deal here? And I was thinking about growing up, and it was kind of like in my family growing up that if you got mad or had an argument with someone, you didn't talk for the day, and then the next day it was over with and it was fine. But it was never actually acknowledged, verbalizing I'm sorry. And so I thought about it for a long time, you know what, this is not a helpful tool to have in our relationship. And it was overnight I decided, okay, I'm going to say I'm sorry. It's not that big of a deal. And ever since then, it's been super easy to say I'm sorry and actually really freeing.
If one person is screwed up, the person needs to say I'm sorry. Just really says it earnestly and honestly once they finally come to the place that they feel like they feel that. And that's certainly what I do.
I feel it, and sometimes he'll leave and I'm pouting, and then I'll text it to him. And I know that's not right. I know I need to say it to him. I'm working on that.
I totally believe in I'm sorry, but not when it's just an empty I'm sorry or a passive-aggressive I'm sorry or a placating I'm sorry. I believe in a sincere I'm sorry.
With my upbringing, it was you do something wrong, you say you're sorry, and the other person has to say I forgive you. The flip side to that is someone could repeatedly say they're sorry for the same thing and not change their behavior. So the other question is, do actions speak louder than words? And I think that's always the case.
I mean, it's always nice to have somebody say I'm sorry, but I think what I try to do, that if I make a mistake, which is often, or I say something rude, or I'm being short with my wife, I try to explain a little bit why it is that I messed up.
There's something really gratifying. Nick is so, he's just so expressive and so true as a person. And when I tell him that I'm sorry for some shitty thing that I've done, I can literally see it on his face. And everything opens up, and I can feel my apology being accepted by him, which is something I just love so much. It's so special to me. I have no problem saying I'm sorry.
I think it's vital, be honest, give up your pride, and things should be better.